Hello, 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 hello. Good afternoon, good morning, whatever it is where you are. This is John Harder, broadcast number 180, building self-sustaining local communities. Wow. You know, over the past century, the world has been very busy creating a world that is not friendly to humanity. And now we face the challenge to change the world back to make it human friendly again. So if you are already a member of the TheBillionCoin community of the mission, the only mission that I know of that has a currency. You know, many of us, we thought that TBC was a currency with a mission, but it's in fact the other way around. We have a mission with a currency. Now, let me actually just pull up. You know, the internet is lagging quite a bit. I hope this video works out. How does it look there? Is it looking okay? Okay. All right, well, maybe it'll work. All right, so I have posted the link there so that you can come on board with me if you want. If, you know, there is obviously a couple of people watching, which is, and you're welcome to chat and ask questions or anything like that. But so this Friday is about building self-sustaining local communities. Our world is set up in such a way that there's hardly any way for self-sustenance, because it's all built around the idea of people living in the cities. All the food shipped by, shipped to local stores, where it then has to obviously be purchased by humanity, and so this makes everything much more expensive, and also it makes everything. I mean, it makes all of humanity dependent upon, which the industry is on the monetary system. The monetary system is built in order to enslave humanity with it, because it is debt-based. Okay, now that may be a lot for and if you're not familiar with how the world has been set up, which obviously most people do not know. My computer is just really lagging. I don't know. Are you sure it's okay? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so well, and then I guess I'll continue here because it just seemed to me like it's hardly running. It's just not, huh? I don't know. All right, there we go. Hello, Christina Tangway. Thank you very much for joining me here. Thank you, Marjorie, also for moderating. Okay, so we have this current system that that is really not sustainable, not on a global scale, is not sustainable. And so we have the challenge in front of us to change, and I think humanity is really beginning to catch on to this as well, which makes it the Bitcoin, if you will, or the cryptocurrency industry, which is going to be a huge boost in the crypto world, because we're catching on to this, and we now got to replace the monetary system in the world, which is has been for many years manipulated by by the central banks, and now obviously there's they're finding it very hard to to let go of that control. But it is happening. It is happening bit by bit. Now, I would like for us to, actually, I'd like to share the screen. Hopefully it'll work. It seems like whether it's my internet connection or my computer or something is really lagging. I don't know. Hopefully it'll work. There's screen share. Okay, yeah, I think it's gonna work. So we'll go to this. We'll go to the blog. The blog isn't. Yes, the blog. I was just, confusing myself here a bit, thinking that that the blog wasn't actually where I was going to go. But yes, the blog is where I wanted to go. There's a post yesterday. It's time for broadcasters and the community run. Is this it? I think this is it. Yeah. Yeah, this is the article. Okay, so here we have, it's time for the broadcasters and the TBC community to ground themselves to gold. All right, so so here we have, so let's go over this article a little bit here and see what admin is telling us, okay? Okay, so we don't want any confusion about our private status in the world today. Public regulators are looking for any excuse to rope our private currency and tie us down because they could care less about our mission. Matter of fact, I think we could pretty much put in there that they hate our mission. I think that would work just as well. All right, so because they could care less about our mission to end poverty globally. Understand one thing: government is force. Force is the nature of government, and they rule over the public. Yet governments are bound by law. It is my opinion that as a whole, humanity lacks the maturity to live without government today. So hear me loud and clear. Admin is not anti-government. Well, I can't honestly share that, but anyway. Okay, so admin is not anti-government. Of course, I will never support the abuse of power that comes out of government. Even today, in modern times, private societies such as ours have lawfully exited for thousands of years, to my knowledge. Private simply means outside of the domain of government. Private equals self-regulated. Self-regulated. What we are doing is lawful, and it is important that every member behaves in a lawful manner when they are talking about TBC. Research has shown us that we are grounded when we compare the value of our private currency to the value of gold, but can be problematic when we compare our value to any fiat or money regulated by any government. This is the official call out of all broadcasts. Call out to all broadcasters and every member of the TBC to stop comparing our coins to fiat. Right. Just as we stated we would in the first public notice, we have removed the references to any fiat from our website. Clearly, our admin fee is a 4 GR, 4 grains of gold. We encourage and reward transactions that are done at increments of 40 grams of GR, 40 grains of gold. I said grams, I mean grains. 40 grains of gold. The government did not make gold. Mother Earth has provided us with gold, and she would stop us from measuring the value of our coins against the value of gold. We don't want to upset any government regulators by our words, and that is why each and every member needs to embrace the reference of gold and stop referencing fiat. As you can see in the posters below, we have marked cash flow achievements in grains of gold, and you would know that and you should know that as a third party calculator for grains of gold is on your Kringleback office dashboard. There are 480 grams of gold, one troy ounce of gold. All TBC members should become experts in grains of gold. There we have it, guys. There we have it. Everything is now in grains of gold. So now here we have an image. You see 2,000 grains of gold a day, 1,000 grains of gold a day, and 400 grains of gold, 200, 140, obviously. It says 40 grains of gold at the start here. All right, so TBC Kringles are not backed by gold, and that means we are not pegged to gold either. The value of TBC Kringles comes from our members. We are measured, or from our members, and we measure that value in grains of gold. We do not want to be sloppy in making this clear when we are inviting others to join us in our private community and society. The true value of TBC is based on the number of living men and living women that join us in agreement as members. We simply measure that value in gold. All right, and this is serious. This is serious. This is a serious matter. And we want to be at peace with all governments and their respective regulators all around the world. We don't interfere with the public so they should not interfere with us in the private. Admin asks for your full cooperation and thanks you in advance for it. All right, no comments yet. Okay, so there we have it, guys. Let us honor that. Let us truly, embrace that our coin, the coin that our mission provides, has no ties to any fiat currency anywhere. It has nothing to do with fiat currency. Okay, so the value of our coin isn't in gold, it's not in silver, it's not in dirt, it isn't in any fiat. It's in the living men and women, the members of the community, members who have voluntarily taken, agreed to our, to what we are doing, to the mission and to the price of the currency that it carries with it. All right, so let us truly honor that, you know, the price that we have. Okay, so there was another article that I wanted to look at as well, and I'm not going to read all of it here, but I want to encourage all of us that, you know, those of us who are in TBC, that we take. I don't mean to say take advantage, because take advantage, it sort of has this meaning that that we are, you know, that well, I don't know. I suppose we could take that in more ways than one. But what I mean is that we really step up and help those people who haven't paid. They've been in the Billion Coin community for you know, some length of time, but they haven't even paid their wallet fee yet. So they're likely completely in the dark as far as what we're even doing. And so let us not ignore these people. Let us step up and contact them, and because obviously in all our back offices now we have it shows us all the members that weren't paid, which at times I was looking at and I was wondering, you know, I wish I knew which ones had paid and which one hadn't, so I knew who I should contact, you know, in order to help them if they haven't paid yet. Because obviously now when they pay is when they become community members. That's when the growth actually takes place, right? So let's just go. I'm just going to read over this graphic right here. Our objective in TBC is to gather 1 billion members as fast as we can. From a marketing point of view, we can break the S curve into into 4 parts. Sorry, infancy, concentration, momentum, and stability. Right, yes. I'd say we have passed the infancy stage here in TBC. All right, so now we are in that second stage, right? Concentration. We've got to get to this momentum stage very quickly here, guys. We've got to get to that momentum stage. And I am really, you know, happy with the information that TBC has come out with, and tools and stuff to help us grow the community, and also even more so in educating us, and also some of the tools, you know, the tools that they've provided. Really fantastic. All right. Okay, so this article here, it probably makes the video kind of long if I read over that whole thing, but I will say, let us honor that price. Let us honor what admin shared with us on that post, so that we don't use fiat in any way when we when we talk about TBC, about the price of TBC. Okay, so it has nothing to do with money. All right, Kringle.cash. I wanted to log in and just go to the home page here a little bit. Let us have a look. All right. So, not the home page actually so much. What I'm more interested in here right now was the wasn't account, not education. Not testimonials. Not cookie rewards. I don't remember now which page it's on that I want. Here, upline and downline, profile. I don't know why I can't remember the page that I wanted to look at. The page that I wanted to look at, where we have a long list of people that have taken advantage of these steps right here. But I'll have to make sure I remember that for which page it is for my next hangout, my next broadcast, so that I can refer to it then. But what I wanted to look at is to show in this video how people have taken advantage of referring to people and then helping those to refer to each in the next level, which is, 6 people in 24 hours from one person who signed up their wallet, 2 more paid for their wallet. So 2 more paid for their wallet in 24 hours, and then 4 more paid for their wallets in the next, in the next 24 hours, which is in a 48-hour period. And, to encourage people who to do this. I mean, who doesn't have access to 2 people? We all have access to 2 people. I just can't imagine in my mind how there would be a person that just would not have access to sharing with 2 people in 24 hours. It just okay. All right. Okay, so the cookie rewards page, I was on it this morning, and for now I could not remember. Thank you very much, Ishrak, for sharing that. Appreciate it. Okay, so here we have, here's what I wanted to show you. So I apologize for my computer being really laggy. It's just, for some reason, is very, very laggy. Okay, but we'll get through that. I will just have to let it catch up for a wee bit here. It is, I'm kind of ahead of it here. So let's see. See, here's one person that had 2 and then just made it with 1 on the second level. You can, even that, you say, that's awesome for trying. That's great. That's great. But I'm just quite convinced that any person who truly wants to, within 24 hours, they could have 2 people. And, doing this, think about how rapidly it would grow you know, Kringle's, you know, the TBC community, how quickly it would grow if everybody would do that. Of course, that would be a perfect world then, wouldn't it? But maybe I went past some here already that, oh no, I didn't. There's one. There's one. And of course, 147 pages full here. So with all those pages, I am sure there are quite a few that have that. So it would be actually interesting to know the percentage that have it. So let us, I'll bring this to a conclusion. But before I do, I want to go back to the dashboard. Okay. This image right here, Google Hangout is sharing your screen with, okay. All right, this right here, you know, the difference between, between 10 million cookies or 100 million. Pretty big difference. And that's the difference between becoming a millionaire or a billionaire, isn't it? And then also this one here, as we look, your choice. You know, you pay for your wallet today, even if you've been in TBC for, you know, since almost the beginning. But if you haven't paid for your wallet, now you have a brand new opportunity to start working a proven cash flow system. And you can make the difference. You can make the choice whether you want to be in the millionaire status or the billionaire status. All right. So, and that is very simply by going through the steps, and then also whether you want to cash in on being a billionaire, billionaire cookie rewards by becoming a broadcaster. That's another thing. Now, I mean, I can't hardly imagine it now of a person not wanting to broadcast because obviously, you know, once you've overcome that fear, then it's no longer there. And but I do remember when I got started, I was, wow, I must have made at least 20 or 30 videos that I deleted just because they were so bad that I just didn't even bother keeping them. And the very first ones I remember, I would get up, dressed up really, really nice. Oh, a suit and tie and everything, completely dressed up. And then I'd get in front of the camera and I didn't have a clue what to say. And you see, maybe you've been there. Maybe you already know what I'm talking about. But that's how I started out. And but as I kept doing it, eventually I got over it, and you know, now I don't have any trouble doing a broadcast. You know, I have no problem sharing in front of a camera. But this is the difference here. If you're a broadcaster or you're not a broadcaster, that's the difference. And for your future, it's huge. Let me repeat that. For your future, to build wealth in your future, for your future and those you love, I'm telling you, the difference is huge whether you're a broadcaster or not. Okay? So, thank you very much for sharing with me here. And if you're not in TBC yet and you're watching this video, well, maybe you want to take advantage of this awesome opportunity that is available right now. let me just go back to the here because I want to stop the screen share.